Okay, we know we're supposed to back up our computer, so why don't more of us do it? I'll speak from personal experience and say it feels complicated and time-consuming. Schrock Innovations is making the task easier, so let's compute this with Thor Schrock. Good morning, Thor.
Good morning.
Okay, your car's name was?
It doesn't have a name. It never occurred to me to name my car. My car's name is Ford F-150.
Even when you were younger, your first car you didn't name?
It was a Chrysler LeBaron. Yeah, I didn't. You didn't name it.
Mine was a Mazda 323, and I called her Black Beauty because she looked like a black hatchback. Okay, external hard drives. They've been around for a long time, but yet you came out with something we consider new. So how is what I'm holding different from what our viewers might be familiar with already?
All right, so you can get external hard drives any box store, any office supply store. You go, you buy them. They're all the same, right? Well, for the most part, they are. You know, some are better than others. Some have little, tweaks or quirks, but they're all pretty much the same. They're all slow, and they're all not reliable. They, in our data recovery lab, over half the work we do is recovering data from failed external hard drives. So what we set out to do at Schrock was to say we need to make sure that people have the ability to back up their computers, because I mean, let's be honest now. I have a backup. If you have a backup, when's the last time you checked your backup to see if it was still working?
I mean, if the power goes out, maybe you check it then just to...
Maybe, yeah. So most people haven't even looked. And so the other day on my radio show, I checked my backup, and it took my backup something like 9 or 12 hours to complete.
What?
Yeah, it was ridiculous because the drive is so slow.
Yeah.
So what we decided to do with the Schrock modular storage device, which is what you're holding there, we want to take it to the next level. We want to make the backups faster. We want to make the process easier, so that when you do a backup for your computer, it doesn't take 13 hours.
Who has that time?
Yeah, your computer goes to sleep, your backup doesn't complete.
That's why people aren't doing it.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
what did you do here to make it faster?
Well, we did what we always do. We gave people options. So basically, if you want the same old slow hard drive, you can get the same old slow hard drive, and we can put it in there for you. Actually, we won't. We don't offer that option. But the hard drives have rotational speeds. So you have two different types of hard drives. You have the rotating drive, and you have the solid state drive. Rotating drives, we only use the faster 7,200 RPM drives, which cuts the backup time down to 40%. So it's much, much faster, almost half the time. Then if you really want to go crazy with it, we can actually put a solid state hard drive in the modular storage device, so that then I mean, it's ridiculously fast. It's so much faster. It's also more reliable because it's solid state. If you tip it over or drop it or kick it,
it's not as fragile.
Throw it across the room, it's not going to stop working. You can literally throw it across the room. We thought about doing one where we dunk this like in the dishwasher, like take it out and then plug it in, or do the washing machine. You got to do the toilet bowl.
No, please don't do that. When you invest in your technology, please don't stick it in the toilet bowl. I don't care what he says.
But I'm just saying, I mean, it's that durable. That,
no,
I mean,
it's true.
You got to let it dry, of course. It's full of water, it's not going to work. But you got to let it dry. But yeah, it's that durable.
And so for the most precious files that you own, whether it's the photographs, the videos of your little ones, or your grandparents who aren't here any longer, I mean, that's the stuff that to me, it's priceless, and you would do anything to protect it and make sure you hold on to those forever. But what about this data restoration guarantee? Because you were talking about that's a huge part of your business. So what do we get when we purchase this from Schrock Innovations?
Okay, so people know they're supposed to have a backup. And people know the thing is doing something. I think it's a backup, but I'm not sure what, right? So we'll show you, we have a card that we can give you at Schrock that tells you in 10 steps how to do a backup. Then it also, when you get this modular storage drive, if your computer's hard drive fails. So let's say you have a problem, your computers won't turn on, you bring it in, we tell you your hard drive is bad, and you bring it, say I have a Schrock modular storage device, you bring that into us. Once we put the new hard drive in your computer, we will restore the information from the modular storage device back to your computer for free.
Yes.
And the way that we have you set the backup up, it's an image. It's not a file backup. File backups are so 1995. This is an image. So in other words, your computer, when you get it back, is exactly as it was the moment in time the backup was done. Your printers are still installed, your passwords are still saved, all your favorites are still there. It's exactly like it was before.
And you get that guarantee with the purchase of this new device. So where do we get this?
Of course, any of the 3 Schrock Innovations locations.
They're in stock?
Yeah, we're in stock on the shelf, ready to go. And the best part is they're modular. So not everybody needs a terabyte backup drive.
Right. So different sizes?
Different sizes, different prices. So we can put a smaller backup drive into the storage device, and it's a little cheaper. We can put a solid state in there if you want, or we can just stay with the standard 1 terabyte rotating disk, albeit the faster model. So basically they start at about 150, and they go up from there. But as far as reliability goes, and as far as speed goes, there is nothing like it anywhere at any price.
This is what we love about Thor. He's in Omaha, but he sees what's happening in the world and says, wait a minute, there's room for something better. And instead of waiting for somebody else to make it, Thor just says, we'll make it, and we'll make it available. So we'll show you these 3 addresses between Village Point and Papillion and Lincoln. You'll find Schrock Innovations at those spots throughout the area, and then online at SchrockInnovations.com. And I love plugging your Facebook page because I feel like you're really great about keeping people in the know. It's not just, you know, let's purchase products and services, but it's just being a smarter consumer and user of technology, and Thor's great about sharing what he knows.
Watch out for the update that's coming for the Windows 10 Anniversary Edition. A lot of our computers are rebooting from the last patch Tuesday. It's resetting your sleep options. Your computer's going to start sleeping when it wasn't before. Also, some software, even some older versions of Semantic Endpoint, are going to be automatically removed by Windows 10. So just watch when it reboots and says it's installing a new version. Stick around and keep an eye on it.
For those of us who don't like change,
you can find all the details
well
on
in
Facebook.
your field. Thor, thank you.
Thank you.
Good to see you.